Hi, and welcome to craigs.journey.com. My name is Craig Colley. Welcome if this is your first time to the channel. And this is day 85 of treatment of having CLL, and I take Imbruvica. And these are my frequent update videos. Today I'm in a little different setting than normal, as you'll find out in a little bit. Sitting here at my piano. I've been in the music business a long time and still am, along with other things I've done throughout the journey of my life. But my videos are all about sharing my experience having CLL, what it's like, and what taking treatment is like after being on watch and wait for 4 years. So I began 85 days ago, and I have to say my update today is that I have increased energy, feeling better. I think the side effects and the constant fatigue has definitely diminished a little bit, and actually a lot in some respects, because I feel much more energized to do things and easier to achieve a lot of tasks and things that I'm trying to do, and how I'm here to still live my life. And that's the whole point of sharing this information, to help you with your journey in case you have questions or similar dilemmas, all of the information that I've shared throughout these videos I've been shooting. On my website, once again, if you're here for the first time, are the links to all the social media sites, and also a lot of links to other organizations and societies and so on that support CLL and cancer in general. So I recommend that you get involved in that, because you're not alone in this. I'm not alone in this, although it feels like that quite often. But fortunately for me, I have music. One thing I did want to mention, we're talking about the music, is last summer I'm an avid mountain biker, and I fell and had a horrible accident that I'd never had my entire life. I fell and broke 9 ribs and fractured my clavicle here, and was in the hospital for a couple days, and real wake-up call, obviously, but didn't expect that, but it did happen. And during my recovering time, I was sitting around with not much to do, and I found an old recording of a rock opera I wrote back in 1973-74. When I was 17, 18 years old, and I made a horrible demo of it, 5-track recording. A lot of information about that and other sources I'll share in a moment. But I decided to learn it again. Took a couple months to relearn it, because even though I was injured, I could still do this and do this to play the guitar and play the piano. So as my ribs were healing and everything else, I relearned it, and I spent about 3 months re-recording it. Put a lot of time into it. I have a recording studio, and I'm sitting here at the piano in my home that I record with, and also I have a recording studio here as well, along with the other things that I'm involved with business-wise, and one of them is insurance. And I specialize in insurance for musicians as well as just everybody else, but I have a specialty line just for musicians called Predictable Royalty. Point is, I was near the tail end of finishing this album, and my health was definitely suffering. I had I knew treatment was going to need to start, but I didn't want to start it until I finished the album, and I'm glad I did, because it affected me greatly in the early weeks, with a lot of fatigue, a lot of incredible joint and muscle pain. And to this day, I still pull muscles so easily and get cramps so easily. That's one thing I really notice ongoing that has not really subsided. I've actually learned how to wake up in the morning and not stretch like I normally would, or reach for something like I normally would, because it will pull a muscle. The other day I was up on a ladder, and it was in a very precarious position, and I was holding a heavy box, and I got this cramp in my leg that was killing me, but I knew I had to work through it, because I could have fallen and hurt myself. So you got to really be careful of that I found. But overall, I did finish the album. It's called 4U, the number 4 and the letter U, and you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, Prime Music, Pandora, any of the streaming services. Pull up my name, Craig Colley, and ask for 4U, and it will play it for you. So if you like, check it out. It's a classic rock opera. When I wrote it, it was just a rock opera, but now that it's 45 years later, or whatever, how many years, I'm not sure, then it's classic rock. But you may enjoy it. So I play a variety of instruments, and sometimes with my music, that's part of my life that has always been a companion and someone that helps me through the tough times. And I've shared a lot of my music as well with others who are going through tough times. It serves as a nice distraction, and there's something about music that takes us on a journey of its own every time. And there's something about a song that's familiar that becomes predictable and something that you can rely on. I think it's very interesting how music triggers our emotions and our thought process and the way we feel and what it does, where it takes us every time. It's so reliable. So that's one of the reasons I like to utilize it and share it as well. But on my journey, along with the music and other things that I like to do, I'm definitely getting to be able to be more active. And I've put together a whole new system that I'm going to be sharing more videos like this with other instruments and other places and taking it to a different level, so to speak. But today, on my 85th day, I've decided to share a little piece of music that I'm recording now. It was written for a friend of mine that passed away about 10, 12 years ago. His old bandmate of mine. He was helping someone out of the goodness of his heart and fell off a ladder and hit his head and had a serious brain injury and passed away from it not too long afterwards. Very sad. So when that happened, I sat down and this song just came out in a raw form. And the other day, or a couple weeks ago, I decided to re-record it. It's called Kenny's Song, and I'll be sharing that. But I'm also going to take you on a journey of how this song was written and how it's going to be recorded for the full production with the band. Even though the band will be me playing all the instruments, which you'll see in another video that you can check out if you like. So I'm going to give you a little taste of it here today, and hope your day is going well. Once again, if you're here for the first time, please subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll be notified of the videos that I put out, along with other hopefully interesting things that we can share together. And I try and get back to all your comments and build a community sharing the CLL experience as much as I can. And I hope that your day is going great. And this is Kenny's Song, and I'll give a little piece of it to you here. So there's more to come. Some mistakes in there, but it's still in its raw form. Craig signing off from Craig's Journey. If you want more information about that, you can go to craigs.journey, and there's a link in the notes as well. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, and good seeing you again.